Are you looking for business funding for your new LLC up to $50,000? In today's conversation, I want to share with you a few generous banks that are very, very good when it comes to granting you business loans for new LLCs with no income. Projections are okay. And what I want to do is that on average, you can get $50,000, but if you are lucky, in some cases, they might grant you up to $150,000. So the first such generous bank is Truist. Truist is really, really cool. I mean, back in the days when it was, but before they merged between BB&T and SunTrust, they were still good anyway. So Truist is really great when it comes to granting new LLCs up to $50,000 with no income. Projections are okay. And when we talk about Truist, you have all kinds of business loans for new LLCs, but the one that you really want to focus on is what they call the small business loan. Small business loan, normally the amount that they grant is $100,000. That's the maximum, but that's for LLCs that are established. If you are a new LLC, you can actually get anywhere from $15,000, 1 5, all the way to $50,000. Okay, and we're talking here about the maturity up to 60 months, so 5 years to actually pay off the loan. Not a problem. You don't need to have income. You actually can show projections. In other words, you just got to have projected financials to actually get the loan. Obviously, Truist loves it when you have a relationship with them. So you need to have an existing business bank account with them. And they want you to be a business customer with them for at least 3 months before you apply for that loan. So the cool thing about this loan is that you can actually use it for everything you can think about. So basically, you can use it for inventory. You can use it for to pay vendors. You can use it for payroll. You could use the loan for a constellation of reasons. Not a problem. And Truist is not going to ask you. The only thing is that if you want to get more than $50,000 with Truist, they want you in some cases to collateralize the loan. But up to $50,000, no collateral is needed. You don't need to pledge any personal assets, any business assets. No. You just need to be a business customer with Truist for at least 3 months before you apply. But on average, they give you 50 grand, but they can go all the way to $100,000. But anything above 50,000, you need to collateralize. So besides business loans, regular business loans, they have a business auto loan. They also have equipment loan for new LLCs. Not a problem. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. The second generous bank I want to share with you is Fifth Third. So Fifth Third is kind of cool. Fifth Third Bank is kind of cool for new LLC. So if you're looking for up to $50,000 new LLC funding with no income, projections are okay. You want to really look at Fifth Third. Now, Fifth Third is geo restricted. So you got to really make sure that you are in a geography that Fifth Third covers, right? And so what we love about Fifth Third is that they are pretty flexible. Fifth Third will accept you if you have no income. Projections are okay, and basically they usually grant up to $100,000 also. But on average for new LLCs, they give you up to 50 grand, okay? And you can use the cash again. Fifth Third is pretty flexible, like Truist when it comes to the use of loan proceeds. They're not really putting restrictions on, as to what you can spend the money on. No, they'll let you actually spend the money, not a problem. Fifth Third, the only caveat is that Fifth Third wants you to be also a business customer with them before you apply for a new LLC funding. You got to be a new customer at least 1 month, 30 days before you apply for this loan. And you can use the cash for a lot of things. You can use the cash to finance new purchases. You can refinance existing loans or lines of credit. You can fund capital expenditures. You can cover fixed operational costs. You can purchase, expand, renovate, remodel, or construct owner-occupied real estate. Now, if you want to go for real estate business loans with Fifth Third, the amounts are higher, so they can go all the way to $250,000. But when we talk about commercial mortgages in general, you're talking about collateralized loans, right? So, but if you want to get up to $50,000, no collateral is required. And we also love the fact that with Fifth Third, you have unsecured business loans for new LLCs. You also have secured term loans for new LLCs. You have lines of credit. You also have SBA financing. So you have a large constellation of business funding for new LLCs with Fifth Third. But Fifth Third is kind of similar to Truist. It is geo-restricted. That's what I said earlier. It is geo-restricted. So just make sure you are in the state that they are in. Plus, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about $50,000 new LLC business funding with no income. Projections are okay. And I'm just sharing with you a few banks that are very generous. The third bank that's very good that I want to share with you is American Express National Bank. A lot of folks, when they think about American Express, they only think about the credit card issuer. No, American Express has a national bank. Obviously, it's not a brick and mortar bank; it's an online bank. But they also actually give loans. They give loans from 3.5 thousand, all 3,500, all the way to 75,000. Okay, for a new LLC with no income, projections are okay. The only problem, it's not a problem. The only caveat with American Express National Bank is that you got to be an existing cardholder. So either at the business level or at the personal level for American Express to grant you this loan. In other words, they want you to have a relationship with them at the card level with them, or you need to also have if you don't have a card relationship, a cardholder relationship that is, then you need to have a sort of a banking relationship, either as a savings account, or checking account. So what I want to say here is that when we talk about American Express, again, the amounts are not really that spectacular. I mean, if you want to think about it, but 75,000, that's still something. So you can get anywhere from 3,500 to $75,000. And the cool thing is that not Bank of America, the American Express, they actually they rely on not only on your FICO score, but they also look at your history with them. So because you see, if you have an existing relationship with them, they will look at your account history to see how you actually handle your account in the past, and if they're satisfied, not a problem. What we love about American Express is that when they actually grant you anywhere from $3,500 to $75,000, they're pretty fast. I mean, really, the funding happens really fast. In some cases, it can happen on the same day. You get your cash, like if you apply like around 9 a.m. Eastern, you get your cash around 3 p.m. Eastern. This is really cool. So the funds are wired into your account, and especially if you have an American Express savings account, business savings account, the cash is really made really clear really quickly, and you are able to actually repay the loan within the maximum of 3 years. So you have 6 monthly payments, 12 monthly payments, 24 monthly payments, or 36 monthly payments. You can choose. If you are a new LLC and you're looking for up to $50,000 with no income and projections are okay, another bank that I want to share with you is PNC. And PNC is kind of cool. We love PNC a lot because PNC actually, it's a bank that's really well run and that's friendly also to new LLCs. Okay, usually PNC actually will give you up to $100,000. But if you are a new LLC and you are looking for fast business funding with no income, projections are okay, PNC will give you up to $50,000. And usually their loan amounts range from 20 grand all the way to 100 grand. But on average for new LLCs, you can expect to get somewhere from 35,000 all the way to $60,000. Okay. And what we love about PNC is that the application and the decisioning process is pretty streamlined. In other words, they actually automate everything. As soon as you just give all the paperwork, they'll actually will go through the underwriting process, and things are pretty straightforward. Now, the only thing is that PNC wants you to be a banking customer with them for at least 3 months. You got to be with them 3 months prior to applying for this business loan for your new LLC. What we love about PNC is that no collateral is required, so you don't have to pledge personal assets. This is kind of cool because if you're a new LLC, you're trying to really, you're counting your pennies already. You want to really preserve your little personal asset, not a little, but you want to preserve your personal assets. And PNC really is not really complicating anything. They'll work with you. They'll ask you some paperwork though, but not really nothing complicated. But projections are okay. Okay, you don't have to generate revenue. You don't have to generate income for them to accept you. Okay. And I mean, if you generate revenue, there's a difference between revenue and income, of course. But if you generate revenue, you're showing that you're showing some activity, they will appreciate it. Now, so besides the unsecured small business loan you get through PNC, you also have a secured business loan. And if you are willing to collateralize the business loan, then PNC is very, very, very generous. Like they'll grant you anywhere from $100,000 all the way to $10 million. As long as the loan is collateralized, not a problem, because they know that you're pledging assets, either personal assets or business assets. So this is really cool. Also, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about up to $50,000 new LLC business funding with no income, projections okay. Another bank I want to share with you is US Bank, and US Bank is really cool when it comes to new LLC. Really friendly bank, and we love the fact that US Bank has great customer service. As a matter of fact, they have a department within the bank that really caters to new LLCs. Okay, so you got to really check within your area where that department really what branch actually has that department, because not all branches have that department. But the cool thing is that they actually deal with new LLCs and new S corporations. So if you're looking for up to $50,000 with US Bank, you will love actually that department. They will work with you, not a problem. Now, US Bank is generally more generous than $50,000. They actually grant for when it comes to unsecured business term loans, they grant up to $250,000. Okay, but if you want to get more than $100,000, you have to be an established bank. If you are a new LLC and you're looking for a quick funding, they could grant you anywhere from $15,000 all the way to $50,000. US Bank wants you to be a customer with them for 4 months, a business customer with them for 4 months before you apply for this new LLC business funding. Okay, and so what we love about US Bank is that you have a constellation of business loans. Okay, you have the US Bank quick loans. You have so that's one. You have the business term loan. You have the commercial real estate loan. You have the SBA loan. You have equipment financing arrangement, and you have the SBA paycheck protection. So that again, you have six business loans. What we love about US Bank is that the quick loan. That's what you want to focus on. The quick loan can get you up to $250,000. But if you want to have something higher, then you go for the what they call the business term loan. So that basically means that you are able to get up to $1 million for a new LLC, but you need to collateralize the loan. In other words, that $1 million has to be secured by business assets. Okay, so US Bank, fantastic. You got to be a business customer, and basically they'll take care of you, not a problem for your new LLC business funding. Another wonderful bank that we love is TD Bank. So TD Bank is kind of cool also because TD Bank actually, what we love about TD Bank is that they will work with you. They actually, as soon as you actually apply, either online or in person, they will assign you like a loan rep of all sorts, and that person will actually answer all questions that you have. Okay, and that person will focus on your account and make sure that you get the loan that you need. And so they will approve you up to $50,000 if you have a new LLC with no income, projections are okay. But if you want more, they can actually they can grant you up to $1 million. Okay. Now, obviously, if you are applying for a business loan amount for your new LLC that is below, and the loan amount is below $250,000, you can apply online, not a problem. But if you want to get over $250,000, you got to go to a branch, to a TD Bank branch. I just need to let you know that TD Bank is actually present in about 15 states. They are on the East Coast. They are in Florida also, and you just got to make sure that again this geo restriction element is kind of present here. Just make sure that you are in a geography that TD Bank covers. Okay, but the cool thing about TD Bank is that they're really flexible, and you can actually use the cash for all kinds of scenarios. Like you can have one-time financing, equipment on vehicles, expansion or renovation. You can get a lump sum, working capital. You can use the cash for payroll, daily operations, inventory, rent. It really depends on you. And the cool thing is that TD Bank also gives you the tenor they give you when it comes to repaying the loan is kind of generous too. You're looking at 3 to 5 years amortization. So this is really good for a new LLC to sort of get into the groove of generating revenue, of having consistent cash inflows and cash outflows. Basically, 3 to 5 years is pretty decent. But again, you have 50 grand, but the amounts that they grant you in FINA, ultimately, that amount can go all the way to $500,000, in some cases, $1 million. It really depends on whether you collateralize the loan or you do not want to collateralize the loan. It also depends on your history with TD Bank. And obviously, they want you to be with them for a while, like 3 to 4 years, but the longer the better. And again, we're not talking about just history at the business level. You can have a history at the personal level, not a problem. Another bank that's very generous when it comes to $50,000 new LLC funding with no income, projections are okay. You have Citizens Financial. And what we love about Citizens Financial is that basically they also have all kinds of loans. And the one that you want to focus on is business term loans. The business term loans here, you can actually use the cash to purchase large assets and increase long-term liquidity. Citizens want you to be a business client or a personal client. In other words, they want you to have a relationship with them for at least 1 year. But you got to be a business client for at least 3 months before you apply for this new LLC business funding program. And so you can get a business loan or line of credit up to $250,000 in 2 to 3 years. But if you're a new LLC and you're looking for quick funding and you do not want to, like you have no income, you are generating some revenue or no revenue yet, and you want to base your loan application on projections. What we love is that Citizens Financial will work with you. Okay. And just mind you that Citizens Financial it's also geo-restricted. So you do not have a bank that's present in all 50 states of the union, but you just have to make sure that the state you're in actually qualifies for Citizens Financial coverage. Okay, but when we talk about new LLC business funding, you can have term loans, for instance. You can have line of credit. You can have business or equipment flex loan. Also, you can have business mortgage. So you have all kinds of loans that you can actually avail yourself of if you have the right relationship with Citizens Financial. What we love about Citizens Financial is that they're pretty flexible. They're not really dictating or mandating what kind of loan you have to, what kind of use you have to apply or you have to exert on the loan proceeds. You can do whatever you want with the loan, not a problem. Okay. And you can actually apply online with the Citizens, not a problem. You have term loans up to $150,000, but basically you can get 50 grand for your new LLC with a streamlined application. Okay, and Citizens actually has what they call their express lending process that allows you really to actually have to actually be funded as soon as possible. Now they will assign to you a Citizens banker who really will help you during the process and ask you all kind of questions and ask you prepare a winning paperwork package, if you will. But the cool thing is that if you have all questions, it's always better to call Citizens first before you start anything. And the number you want to call is 1-800-4-BUSINESS. Okay, 1-800-4-BUSINESS, and they'll answer all questions before you start everything. Another bank I want to share with you that's really generous also when it comes to new LLC business funding, that's M&T. M&T Bank is really kind of generous also. And we love M&T Bank because if you're a new LLC and you're looking for funding, they're there to help you. Now, normally M&T Bank has all kinds of business loans. They have unsecured business installment loans. You have secured term loans. They have commercial real estate loan, and they also have investment real estate loan. So basically, when you look at it, you have a collateralized type of loan and you have an unsecured and uncollateralized type of loan. So you want to go after the unsecured. You want to go after the unsecured business installment loan. Normally, in this program, they actually will, in this funding program, they will give you loan amounts from $10,000 all the way to $100,000. But if you're a new LLC and you're looking for fast funding, streamlined funding, and you do not want to provide all kinds of paperwork, will give you 50 grand on average. Okay, and no collateral is required. Obviously, this is an unsecured business installment loan program, and this is really good. And you have simplified payments, monthly payments automatically deducted from your M&T business checking accounts. You gotta have a prior M&T business checking accounts at least 6 months before you actually apply for this business loan. And basically, M&T wants you to have a relationship with them overall at least 1 year before you apply for this program. Again, I want to insist on the fact that you are talking about a streamlined application and decisioning process. So this is really important to remember because everything goes faster. Okay, you get funded faster, not a problem. Now, if you want to collateralize the loan, let's say you say, listen, I want to collateralize the loan. I have some assets I want to pledge, either business assets or personal assets. You can actually get anywhere from $10,000 all the way to $10 million. As long as you want to collateralize the loan, M&T Bank is really generous because they know the risk. There's no risk anyway. It's the same thing for commercial real estate loans. If you want to have commercial mortgages with M&T Bank, basically they can go all the way to 30 million, not a problem. And we're talking about amortization and amortization period up to 30 years. So this is really important to remember. And one thing I want to say here is that M&T Bank wants you to contact them at least like you want to really either go to a branch or you want to contact them via phone before you start the whole process, so they can actually fill you in with all the details about this program before you do anything. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's, let me do a quick recap here. Into today's conversation, I spoke to you about 8 banks that are very generous when it comes to new LLC business funding with no income. Projections are okay. So we have Truist Bank. Number 2, we have Fifth Third. Number 3, we have American Express. National Bank, of course. Number 4, we have PNC. Number 5, you have US Bank. Number 6, you have TD Bank. Number 7, Citizens. Number 8, you have M&T Bank. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.